Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well. My internet's been playing up, so if anything happens, just stay where you are and I'll log out and come back in. I couldn't comment on the raids apart from the first one because he kept telling me I had an error. So I had to watch her and I couldn't comment on it. So I was there listening. Anyway, I'll let her know that when I see her. So here we are today, and it's Tuesday, the 29th of July. So we're moving along so fast. It's unreal. Yeah, Holly was a bit of a mess. I tried going in and coming out again and all sorts. Turned the computer off and turned it on. It was still the same. I couldn't message. So yeah, so it's been a bit of a rush too. My son rang me at 9 o'clock and I was still fast asleep. So I heard the phone and I'm sort of groggy and half asleep. So if he hadn't have woke me, I probably would have slept through all the morning. So I took a sleeping tablet last night, and that's probably why it zonked me out. All this stuff with this house thing is just doing my head in. So we looked at another one last night, but oh my God. It was on acreage, which would have been great, and it had a pool. Belle loved the pool, but the house inside was just disgusting. Not even make their bed. So, why show a house like that? It was really awful. I felt sorry for the people that were in the house because they were still there. So, yeah, it was a disgusting mess. And it was a weird shape. People build weird shapes of houses. I don't know where their head is when they do it. So, and it was too much. It was too much for Paul to keep up. There was palm trees everywhere and gardens everywhere. No, me neither, Holly. So it would have best taken a lot of work. And as Paul said, he doesn't want to spend his weekends cleaning up other people's rubbish. So, hi, Kim. Good to see you. Hope you're okay. And I'll just wait for to see if a couple more people will come on and see what we're doing today. It was quite a rush. Hang on, just got to take a sip. Yeah, so it's a bit of a rush this morning getting organised. So I tried while I was, excuse me, watching the raid to organise what I was going to do. So I hadn't really decided what to do. So we'll see what happens. What will be, eh? All right, I'm going to go down to the craft mat now and we will have a look at what we're doing. There's really not a lot to go through at the moment because the only thing is our joining fee or joining which is $235, and you only pay $169. So that's still on the table. And I think it's October, the new catalogue comes out, the mini catalogue. So, and we're able to, as demonstrators, buy the products. I think after the 5th of August, I think we can buy the new products. So that's going to be exciting, isn't it? Let's have a look what we've got. Now, as I say, if anything goes wrong, just stay where you are and I will log out and come back in. Even when I logged into my stream, it gave me an error. So I went back out and come back in. It was okay. So just if anything, just stay there and I'll log out and come back in. So I'm going to do a little fun fact today, and we're using our pears, our Perfectly Pears. So I've got 4 inches here, or just under, and 2 inches on each of our side bits. So, and this one will go in here. I have to just trim a little bit off the bottom there. And then just under 2 inches will go in here like that. I might put another one on that inside. So, and then I'm going to have another piece that comes out here. They sure do, Kim. They sure do. So if I put one there, one there, so that's what we'll have. I had it folded the wrong way. So the house we looked at on Saturday, I'll have to trim a bit off, wasn't really what we wanted. It was only 3 bedroom, but I'll clip those. But it was bigger than what we've got here. Hi, Sue. How you going? Just to let you know, Sue, I'm having problems with the internet. I couldn't comment on the raise. It wouldn't let me. So if anything happens here, just stay where you are. And now I want a piece of white to go on top of here. So what's this one? So this one will go on top of here. So we need to what did I do this one at? 5¼ by 3½. I want it slightly smaller. Because we need to put a sentiment on there. And as we're not that would be all right. So that can go on there. So it's just a little fun fold, very easy to make. When you just want something quickly, it's quite nice to be able to just whip one up like that. So we might put that down at the moment. So just put this pattern paper down, and of course we'll be doing it with some white on top. So I just want to get it off that fold line. And then just like that. And then once we... Hi Sarah, how are you going? Lovely to see you. That will then go on there, which will be our mat. So that will go there eventually. Now, put that on there. So I now need some mats for this one. So though I use the white there, because I have to, no, it was the wrong way up, wasn't it? So it just gives it a little bit of a peek at the white. That's better. Might have to add a bit more glue to that. That's what I get for sleeping in. So what colour can I put? I think a petal pink. What are the colours on this? It's a gorgeous set. There you go, petal pink. So we'll get some petal pink. And this will be our mats that go on here. And then that will then go on the top like that. Hi, Deborah, how are you going? So I'm just wondering with this. That one goes there, and then this one goes here. And I have a feeling that should go. No? That goes the right way, so her brain dead this morning, I'm sure of it. No, that was right. I slept in this morning. I took a sleeping tablet. I'll put it back down. I took a sleeping tablet, so my head's a little bit not awake yet, I don't think. So I want some petal pink. So I want them, I think it was five and a half. See how it goes to size here. I don't think I'll be taking a sleeping tablet again. Paul hadn't rang me. I would have still been asleep. Yeah, my mind needs calming, Kim. So might have to take a smidgen off. Because when I did this, I wasn't going to put a mat underneath. And then I decided I would. So I think what I have to do 1 3/4. And just take a smidgen off the top. I was saying before, we looked at this house last night, and oh my goodness, it was on an acreage, which would have been great. The work on it would have been horrific. And the house, well, there's no words to say for that. It was just, it was terrible. It was dirty and it was smelly. Oh, I couldn't wait to get out of there. That happens, Deb. I think I've cut this one too short. Yeah, well, I took a sleeping tablet. Yep. All this stuff with the house. It's just, it just is my head in. And I can't understand why people who know they're going to have an inspection don't tidy the house up. I was having really weird dreams. That's one cut short, I think. No? Yeah, so I was having these really weird dreams. And honestly, if Paul hadn't have rang me at 9 o'clock, I would still be asleep. So I'm not taking them anymore. See how we go. All bits here. Yeah, so I was saying before, I couldn't comment on the raise. I might do another piece under that white. So I'm all of a dither this morning. So it was 5. So I want a piece to go under here. So this one is just about 5 inches. So I want a smidgen. Let's see. And then I want just under 3.5. Hi, Sue. So I want it to go under here. So that's 5. Oops. My blade had come out. So I just thought I wasn't going to put them on mats. I just decided while I was making it. Oh, my voice is choking today. That's better. So with the one we looked at on Saturday, which is just a 3-bedroom home with a garage. Paul wants his garage. He doesn't care about the house. I'm just going to put that down. And they've been doing all the checks on us. They've even rang my real estate agent, Amy. But I think she knew that we would be looking, because when she did the inspection the other day, and I've been packing boxes and putting them in the second bedroom. So it's got all these boxes it's in it. And I said to her, oh, that's all my jewellery stuff, because I haven't done any jewellery. They are very good, aren't they, Deborah? They are a great support group. Yeah, so I said to her, oh, that's all my jewellery stuff. I said, I haven't used it, which was true. I hadn't used it since I come in here because the oven wouldn't work. But I think she knew knew right away what was going on. So, but yeah, they've rang her for a reference. So, and you've got to do it all on these websites now. I used to be able to apply for a house on a paper, write it out. You can still do it, apparently. But they prefer you to use their app because they probably get a kickback from it. So I had to fill mine in, and I had to fill Paul's in as well. He has no patience for things like that. So they've got another inspection on this house on Thursday. So there was only me and another couple that turned up to look at the place on Saturday. And my son says to her, "Do you want a deposit?" She said, "Oh no, we can't do that." He's cheeky. One we put in for, when I looked at it last night, was under contract. So we didn't even get looking in that one. And the only thing is, with this one, if we move out now I took another 6 months contract on it. So we had time to look for it. Oh, that was a bit... I'll have to stay like that. You've got to pay the rent until your lease is up. Or get somebody in it. Next door said, "Oh, we'll move in. And when Paul asked him on the weekend, he said, "No," he said, "we're going to stay here." Okay, there goes that idea. So we'll have to find somebody to move in if that happens. Or pay the rent. And of course, you can't afford to pay rent on 2 houses. Yeah, it is so different, Kim. I know when I was looking for this place when I was still working, I didn't have a problem because I was working, bringing in a wage. But now because you're on a pension, at least Paul's got a good job. But yeah, it's they want the ins and outs of a duck's backside. So, yeah. But what will be, will be. I always say what's in front of you won't go past you. Hi, Lynn. How you going? Hope you're doing well. I was just saying before, I've got internet problems today. I couldn't comment on the raise. Live. Yeah, it is, Kim. It's guaranteed. So, change the subject. So, what are we doing? What are we doing today? Anything exciting? These are just smidgen too long. I'm going to have to nip them off. I think it's going to be one of those days. I've got to go to the post office. And I'm not looking. Yeah, I couldn't. When I first went in, I could send a message, but then all of a sudden it kept coming up as an error. So I don't know what was going on. That I mean, you know that I can't do straight. So then I want to put a piece on here. So I need to trim that a bit because I want that to come out over here. We'll put our white piece in. I'm loving this paper. It's just so great. And the colours in it are absolutely stunning. I didn't think I'd like this set when I first saw it. I could put another one in there. So I'm going to have to nip those ends off. And on this piece here, I am going to use this one. Isn't it gorgeous? Those bright yellow flowers. That's Darling Duckling. Secret Sea. And that must be not Pretty in Pink. What was the new one that came out? Wasn't Timmy Tiger. It was Strawberry Slush. That's what that one will be. So we're going to use a piece of that to go over here like that. Of course, it's not going to be this big. So I just wanted to see with the paper, I want it to go on that edge there, so it's showing the white. And then I want to cover it from there because I want to cover whatever we put in here. So let's have a look what size we've got. So we've got 4 inches. See what we've got here. So we got 3.5. So I reckon if we make it 3, because I don't want to cover the whole lot. I think the 3 will be good. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. So what did we end up with? We have 3.5 by 3, probably. So I'm going to make it 3 by 3. And then I want a piece of this one. 3x3. You know, I really don't like cutting into these. Dude, they're beautiful colours. So I have to do it. So I don't want 3. I'm going to do 2 7/8. But I think I'll cut it this way. Hang on. No, I think I'm going to have to do it this way. So if I do it 3 there, then you've got to turn out and do 3. So I'm doing this 7/8. Oops, I've just slipped. Okay. So I want to, and actually might put another piece there. So that was that's 3 7/8 there. No, that's too short. It's 3/4. So I have to use another piece. These colours go really well together, I reckon. So we'll do 3 7/8. And then we'll trim a bit off, but I want to get and 3 7/8 again. So then just a smidgen from there. All these smidgens. There. Often work in smidgens. Does anybody else work in smidgens? It is pretty paper. Just tiny more off there. I have to clean the runner out on my. So we've got that. I want my pear to be just got a little bit here and there. This paper it's absolutely beautiful. I keep saying that. I love it. Just a tiny bit. It'll teach me to take a sleeping tablet on a weekday, won't it? I can't believe I did that. All right, let's put this together. I've been working on a fun fold for Friday. So I've got Fridays organised. I have to find something for flashback Thursday. I'll put this one on. You're working smidgens, do you, Kim? You do, Lynn? Oh, I thought I was the only one that did it in smidgens. There's another word too that I hear a lot of American people use. So Susan uses a stoke or something. Can't remember what it is. A stoush. Is that what it is? A stoush? Something like that. I must bring out my little trimmer. It's a lot easier than dragging this up and down. It's not a Stampin' Up one though. It was one I bought when I came back from overseas and I was doing my all my photos from travelling overseas. And it's just a baby one, but gee, it comes in handy. There we go. Now we want another. So we took our granddaughter to see the house yesterday. She's 16 now. She wasn't impressed with it either. Yep. Probably taking too much off now. I wasn't going to put one there, and then I decided to. So what's that? So I do 5 1/4. You use smidging, Kim. Yeah. Smidging. Thingamajig. All the sayings we have for things. Whatchamacallit. When you can't think of the name of it. This will become one of my templates. I wasn't going to put one there, and then I decided to. How are you going with your glue gun, Lynn? You bought one, didn't you? I don't know what I did without it these days. That's the back. You can put peace on the back if you want to. A bit of my lipstick there. If you want to, you can do that. Now we're going to put this on here. And I want it to go right across so that you just got your white along there. So we need to measure, so about there or just before there. And try and get it about halfway. And then press it down. So when we get our sentiment, I don't want this sentiment to show out of here. It makes you chuckle, yeah. Thingamabob, yeah, all those sort of things. Now, where did I put them? No, I think they're my bits. I think they're in there. I cut out some pieces. Oh, mustn't lose that little. Here they are. Another flower. Itchy eye. So these are my pieces that I haven't cut out yet. That's out of one half of it, and then I've got the other half to so I was looking at putting one of these just inside there from the top like that. Hi Marlene, how are you going? We'll watch the replay. Oh Marlene, it's been one of those mornings. At least my internet is holding up. I was a little worried that it wouldn't. I just want to take this excess white off. So see, we've got a pair here. So I sort of want to match it. Which I like this one better now I've done that. The darker one. Add some flowers. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do a stalk. I wonder if I've got a stalk in here that I can just cut out. Oh, there's one. I just want a stalk for that one. You know, I haven't found those little baubles that I used that make the lights. When I did that one the other day and I dropped it on the floor. Well, who knows where it is? Maybe when I pull my craft room apart, I'll find it. I love that you can just about cut out. It has the dies for everything, like just about. Apart from the little yellow flowers, but you have two sheets that you can cut out just everything. So that's a bonus, because I don't fussy cut too well neither. So let's see what we've got. Where's the dark pear gone? That's for inside there. Honestly, today I'd be dangerous if I had a brain. There it is. Look, hiding. So I thought I might pop that up. All right, just stay where you are and I'll come back in. Okay, if I got you back, is everybody still there? Yes, now I've got to try and get back. Okay, cool. Oh, let me see if I can go back to the down to the mat now. Now, for some reason, it's not picking up my, oh, there it went. Maybe it wasn't picking up my webcam. Let's see if I can pick it up from here. No. The lights keep flashing on and off. I'm just trying to connect my webcam. I'm just going to go out and come back in again and see if it'll pick up my webcam, because at the moment it's not. So just bear with me and I will be back in a tick. All right, let's see if I can go down. We're just going to try again and see what happens. Yay, it's working. Oh, are you still all there after that? It was a bit of a drama, wasn't it? She's known to do that. So, where were we going? Are you all still here with me? Thank you, ladies, for hanging around. I just need to find my dimensionals now. All of a sudden, everything just went black, which is gone. I'll just get a new packet without that minutes. That's all right. I can't find the others, so we'll use these. I'm sitting here chatting to you, and all of a sudden, it just everything went dark. As I say, I couldn't comment on Lorraine's live. First I could right away. That was fine. But then kept telling me I had an error. So maybe it's all the rain we've had with the cables and that. I've got that one in there. So I want to put some of these flowers about. I didn't think I was going to get back on there for a minute. Thank you, Kim. It's a bit of a... Because I could get in a couple of times, but I couldn't pick up my webcam for some reason. I picked up my phone camera, picked up that okay, but wouldn't pick up my webcam. So these things are sent to trials, aren't they? Makes you wonder if I should stay home and not go to the post office. I don't want to completely cover that up. I think that's enough. So because we've got the flower there, and I don't really want to cover that up with another flower, I think it'd just be a bit too much. That's exactly right, Kim. That's exactly right. All right, so I'm going to put a bow on it, simply because this ribbon is just stunning. Okay, look at the gold. That's on the underneath, and then the top. It's just beautiful. Oh. Ribbon scissors. Even Zeus has deserted me this morning. I think it's either in my bedroom or on the lounge. He was here for his treats, though. And then pull it tight. We've got to do a sentiment too. I'm not happy with that bow. No, let's start again. Hey. I go once or twice. Once. So I want it to go the right way. That looks better. Well, it's my other end. There we go. Right, let's get a sentiment. Sorry about that. Hi, Glinda, how are you going? Lovely to see you here. So, we don't want anything too big on here. Or maybe we'll just put a bow there. Let's have a look. We're going to stick this on there. And I always like to bring the outside of the card to the inside. I think it just gives it that little touch of so that's that. Now we've got to be careful with our sentiment that it stays in here. Okay, so we can do congratulations with this one. Hi, Pageant Decker, lovely to see you. How are you? And how are you, Glenda? I hope you're well. My fingers are freezing. Now, if we put a good friend as a gift, which is very true, we can stamp that on. Oh my goodness. I lost my hello. And I know this is it because I used it the other day. So I'll use this one. Keep your fingers crossed everything stays. We lost power before. Painting. You are okay. Passion's been painting. Okay. I wondered what that was on. So a sunset painting. Oh, that'd be lovely. I used to like taking photographs of the sunsets and sunrises, especially over the ocean. Always used to love it. Haven't done it for quite a while though. So of course, Secret C, Jessica. Ah, nice to meet you, Jessica. So we're going to put this on. Now, as I said, we don't want to go there. Oops. So that covers it then. Yeah, I can't paint, not sunsets and things. I can paint walls. I've decorated since I was a child, I'd say. Mum, every time Dad went away, Mum would decide to put new wallpaper on, do the room up, and us kids used to us kids used to help her pull the wallpaper off. Because in the UK, just about everybody has wallpaper. They don't paint their walls. So I sort of grew up with painting and wallpapering and that stuff, and we used to help Mum all the time. We used to love pulling the old wallpaper off, you know, get a steam gun on it, and then, of course, we weren't allowed to use the steam gun, but we could pull the wallpaper off. Which was fun. Ribbon scissors. I must get some more of this ribbon before it goes out. I love it. So gorgeous. You could put it there over. That'd be a good spot. Now we want a glue dot. This morning has certainly been a trial, hasn't it? So I'll put it on the pear like that. So it looks still not happy with that bow. It's twisted as well. I'll put it on now so I can't take it off. Oh, so there we want some gems, don't we? And I think I used the gems that we used yesterday, which actually belong. Yeah, of course, we always have a look. That's a good thing. Thanks, Jessica. So I think I'm going to go. I would have gone with pink if they had them, but they've got Darling Duckling, Mossy Meadow, and Secret Sea. So I might go for the Mossy Meadow. You love the ribbon, Kim? Oh, that's good. Just not real too happy with it. But just think it needs something. I'll probably pull it off after and redo it. So maybe I'll put it there. So there we go. So we have our card piece over there, so it doesn't show our sentiment. And we put the little pear in there to bring the outside inside. So only got left now is to give it some wing Castella. I tidied that mess up. Always have to have wing Castella. Thank you, Holly. Oh. Those red hearts and shapes. Wonderful, Jessica. Ooh. I don't think I've got any more left in this one, albeit. I will put a bit on the inside too. No, not much at all. Okay, so there we go. We've got our card, our fun fold. Now it's a little bit over the top there. We've put our gems on there. Yeah, I was the same, Marlene. I sort of thought, should I or shouldn't I? It didn't really grab me, but I saw people using it. And when I saw people using it, then I thought, oh, yeah, I'll get that. I'll come back up the top. Okay, I'm back. Take a bow. Yeah, it was a rather trying, especially when we lost power. That was really bad. So I thank you, ladies, for staying with me through that, because you just could have gone. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. So it was really one of those days where nothing goes right. I'm sure of it. So yeah, so thank you. I really appreciate everybody that comes in, and we have a lovely ladies that chat. So anybody who is just on the outside, that's fine. But if you want to come in and chat, the ladies are lovely and they're very supportive of each other. So we wouldn't leave me. Oh, thank you, Holly. I didn't think I was going to get back on there. Through thick and thin. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Thank you, ladies. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you've got things going on, I'm going up the shop to post some letters. I tried to post them last night, but I forgot that the post office cuts at 4. Thank you, Sarah. So have a great day, whatever you're doing. Tomorrow is another card with pears. Yep, we're Tuesday today. So we've got another card with our pears. This one we did on Monday. and the one we did today. So I will be back tomorrow with another card, and I'll have a look, find something. I've got Friday's Fun Fold under control, and Flashback Thursday, I'll have to find a card to do that. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and thank you. I really appreciate it. Take care if you're on the road. Bye.